So when I was a sophomore, I was looking through my course catalog that was describing the classes that I was going to take that year, and I noticed that the required Asian history class was focused only around China and Japan. At first, I was really excited that Punahou was offering an Asian history class, but it was kind of painful to see that my history as a Filipino American wasn't being included, even though Filipinos make up the largest Asian ethnic group in the state. The thing is, when we do have Asian representation, whether that be in the media or in education, like in this case when we have Asian studies programs, the main focus is primarily around East Asians and East Asian culture. That really enforces a hierarchy among Asian groups, and so I thought to myself, why weren't we being represented? Why is this communicating to me that my culture isn't worthy to be seen in a classroom setting? So that was kind of my awakening point.
3 years ago, Punahou designed a new curriculum called GSD, Global Sustainability by Design. Basically, we were having these kids look at the UN sustainability goals, and we wanted them to learn things like empathy, global perspective, creativity, collaboration, and we wanted them to design solutions and projects around these challenges affecting our world. We came up with the GSD, Global Sustainability by Design, Asian Studies course, because we already offer Asian history sophomore year, so we thought that would be a nice fit. And so we had this course, and it was geared around the UN sustainability goals in the region. And then I met Marissa. She came to me and she was like, look, I want to see myself in a curriculum. I'm Filipino, and I really want an opportunity to explore. And she gave me all these statistics about the number of Filipinos in Hawaii and at Punahou. And so we kind of had this invested interest in just focusing on the UN sustainability goals. But it wasn't until I talked to Marissa that I realized we were missing the identity piece.
I kind of accepted that, of not really seeing myself being reflected or represented in education, but that does not need to be something that I have to settle for. And so that was when I got in touch with a lot of my teachers that I'm working with now, such as Mr. Vieira and Dr. Vieira, because I was told that they were creating a new Asian studies curriculum, and I reached out and asked if I could be in charge of writing the unit or the portion about Filipino history and culture. And they were super supportive, they were really on board.
I think for me personally, as a white male, I think I've always seen myself in every curriculum I've ever had growing up, whether it was the books that we read or the history that we studied. And so I felt like I could connect, and my teachers could help me connect, because I felt like, oh, that could be me, I see myself there. If students aren't connecting, if we're not making our curriculum more inclusive, I would argue that they're not learning.
I think I was able to include not only my knowledge and research about Filipino history and culture, but just a student voice as well. Speaking with Mr. Vieira a lot, because we had a lot of meetings in how to include my perspective, not only just in Filipino representation, but with themes and concepts and approaches. And I really am an advocate for education and curriculum that engages students and also makes connections.
We're kind of at this point in education where information is everywhere, and so instead of getting kids to just passively receive it, we want them to be more creators with it, and we want them to take initiative.
I think it really has helped me realize what my passion is, and this is something that has really given me a purpose. I didn't want to just stop at Punahou. My mom actually was the one who encouraged me to collaborate with public school students in the DOE to bring a Filipino curriculum to public schools. I was interviewing a lot of teachers in the Filipino education community for my curriculum, and so they helped me connect with a lot of their students who were interested, and that was how I met the collaborators that I'm working with right now. And we're all from different schools. There's me from Punahou, and then there's students from Waipahu High School, Farrington High School, and Kapolei High School. And what makes this partnership really unique is that not only is it from different schools, but it's also a private and public school partnership within a student-driven project, which has really been done before. And it's really a way for us to share perspectives with each other and learn from each other.
If we can get kids to take action, maybe whatever it is they do, whether it's Marissa's work or another student's, it's some form of a contribution to help with the challenges we're facing. And then they remember this spirit, as they get older. And they create something, they invent something, they start an organization, and who knows what they can do.
It's really important to have a more inclusive curriculum because it is so empowering for students and for anyone in general to see themselves being represented. It helps us find pride in who we are, it helps us connect to a large part of ourselves, and it also helps us connect to other people of different backgrounds. And I'm so proud of my Filipino culture. I think mainly because of my parents, they've helped me find pride in that, but also because of this project and realizing that my heritage can be an avenue for my passion and to advocate for something that I really feel close to. If it's not obvious already, I want to be a teacher, but my dream job would be probably like a professor of Filipino history and culture.